everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the structure and function of gynoecium. In first video of this chapter, we have discussed about the structure of flower in any angiospermic plant. Okay, and we have seen that flower contains male and female reproductive structures. The female reproductive structure of flower is also known as pistil or carpel. Okay, so this pistil or carpel is actually the female reproductive structure, okay, of angiosperms. Now what happens is, in any flower, the number of pistil present varies from species to species, okay. Based on the species, the number of pistil or carpel present in any flower varies, okay. Now gynoecium refers to the aggregate of all pistil present in any particular flower, okay. For example, if there are 5 pistil present in any flower, so all these 5 pistil together is known as gynoecium. So all the pistil or carpel if present in any particular flower collectively forms the gynoecium. So we can also say that gynoecium also refers to the female reproductive part or structure of the flower, okay. Now, based on the number of pistil present in the flower, gynoecium is divided into 2 types, okay. The first type of gynoecium is monocarpellary. Here the meaning of term mono is 1, and we know the another name for pistil is carpel, okay. So this carpellary term arises from the name carpel, okay. So monocarpellary means the gynoecium which consists of or which is made up of only one carpel or only one pistil, okay. And the example of this monocarpellary gynoecium is legumes, avocado, mango, and etc. Okay, there are many other examples too. Now you can see here in the picture, this is actually the picture of avocado flower, okay. Now if you look here carefully at this picture, in the center here you have one pistil, okay. So in this avocado flower, one pistil forms the gynoecium of this flower, okay. So this is pistil, this one is stigma, style, and this one is ovary, okay. And surrounding this pistil you can make out there are anthers and filament, okay. This you can see here clearly, these are this one is actually bilobed anther, okay. This is the anther, and below this you have this long stalk which is actually your filament, okay. And again you can make out here bilobed anther, and the long stalk present here is filament, okay. So avocado flower, as it is having only one carpel or one pistil in the center, it is the example of monocarpellary gynosium. This is the flower of pea, okay. Pea is an example of legumes, okay. Pea, all your pulses, groundnuts, okay, soybean, all these are actually the example of legumes, okay. So here in the flower of pea, actually these reproductive structures are not visible right now, okay. They are all enclosed inside these petals, okay. But I have kept this picture here just to make you people aware of how the flower of pea looks like, okay. And now this one is actually the flower of lily, okay. You can check here in the center we have one single carpel, okay. This one is stigma, then this long one is style, and ovary is actually embedded inside the thalamus, okay, in the lower part of the flower. So monocarpellary gynosium means gynoecium which is having only one carpel or one pistil. The second type of gynoecium is multicarpellary. You can easily understand this. Multi means many, okay, and carpellary means many. Carpellary means pistil or the female reproductive structure. So the gynoecium which is made up of 2 or more pistil or carpel are known as multicarpellary gynosium, okay. And the example is hibiscus, strawberry, rose, etc. Now here you can see in this picture, this flower is of strawberry, okay. On the sides you can easily make out anther and filament. Right now only anther is visible. In this picture, in this one you can see the filament also, okay. So anther and filament, okay. And in center, you can see there are so many uh, pistil or carpels are present. Okay, this one is stigma and style. Ovary is not visible. Okay, because ovary is present deep inside the flower in the thalamus region. So this one is pistil. Okay, this one is like stigma and style. Okay, so all these in the center are actually stigma, style, and ovary, or you can say pistil of the flower. Okay, hence strawberry is an example of multicarpellary gynosium. Okay, here you can see Hibiscus rosa sinensis. Okay, this hibiscus commonly it is called China rose. Okay, so this hibiscus is actually available very easily. I mean very commonly available plant. Okay, so here you can see in the zoomed image, this yellow color part is actually anther. Okay, this yellow one is anther, and this is long and thin filament. Okay, this one is filament. So this long and thin stalk is actually filament, and the yellow color portion is anther. And on the top you can make out 1, 2, 3, backside 4 and 5. So there are total 5 pistil or carpel present in the flower of hibiscus. Okay. So hibiscus is also the example of multicarpellary flower or multicarpellary gynosium. Now this multicarpellary gynosium, because it consists of many carpel or pistil, so it can be further divided into two types. Okay, the first type is Epocarpus. Here the meaning of term apo is free. Okay, so Epocarpus means the flower in which the pistils, many pistils are present, but all these pistils are free from each other. Okay, they are not fused together. They are all free from each other. Okay, they are present as in single individual. Okay, they are present in free form inside the flower. Okay, so multicarpellary gynosium is of two type. First one is Epocarpus gynosium. Okay, Epocarpus gynosium means the gynosium in which many pistils are present, but all these pistils are free from each other. Okay, and the second type of gynosium is syncarpous gynosium. Okay, syncarpous. Here, syn means fused. Okay, so syncarpous gynosium means the gynosium in which, we know that multicarpellary gynosium has many gynosium. So the gynosium in which, all these pistils they are fused together. Okay, they are present in the flower all together. Okay, so there's ovaries or their their ovaries and their style, they are all held together. Okay, and on the top you can see only the stigma coming out of the flower. Okay, stigma and maybe short style you can notice. Okay, so syncarpous gynosium means gynosium which is having fused pistils. Now the example of Epocarpus is strawberry, buttercup, rose, lotus. Okay, this one is again the picture of strawberry, and you can easily make out here all these stigma and style are visible. Okay, and they are completely free from each other. Okay, they are not fused with each other. And syncarpus example is tomato, then poppy plant, hibiscus. Okay, so you can make out here this is a flower, and this flower in the center is having fused pistil. Okay, these are actually the stigma. Okay, so all these stigma are attached with each other and they are fused with each other. Okay, again I'm coming back to the slide to show you the fused pistil of hibiscus flower. Okay, you can make out here there are actually one, two, three, four, five pistil or carpel present in the hibiscus flower. So you can notice the style of all these 5 pistil or carpel is actually fused together. Okay, and all these fused style runs through this particular tube. Okay, and at the bottom deep inside the flower there are actually 5, there must be 5 ovaries, and all these 5 ovaries are fused with each other. Okay, so this was the difference between Apocarpus and syncarpous gynosium. Apocarpus is having free pistil, and the examples are strawberry, buttercup, lotus, rose, and syncarpous pistil means fused pistil. Okay, and the examples are tomato, poppy, hibiscus, etc. Okay. Now we have discussed this in lower grades, and in the first video we have observed that pistil or carpel is the female reproductive structure of flower, and it is having three main parts. Okay, the uppermost part is known as stigma, and then there is a long stalk or tube-like structure which is called style, and just below style at the base we have, like, the bulged ovary. Okay, bulged part which is called ovary. Okay, so the uppermost part of pistil is known as stigma, and the purpose of stigma is it is actually a flat and sticky platform. Okay, the stigma is having a flat and sticky surface at the top of pistil. Okay, remember this. At the top of pistil, there is, okay, at the top of pistil, there is flat and sticky surface. Okay, and this flat and sticky surface is important for receiving pollen grains. Okay, so the stigma actually provides surface or provides platform for receiving pollen grain, plus it also helps pollen grain in germinating. Okay, germination of pollen grain means when pollen tube forms from the pollen grain. Okay, so stigma is a flat and sticky substance, and it is having two functions. First one, it provides platform for receiving the pollen grain, and second, it also helps in the germination of pollen grain. Now next one is style. Style is an elongated and slender stalk. Okay, slender means thin. So style is an elongated, that means long and slender stalk, and this stalk actually connects stigma to the ovary. Okay, and this style provides pathway for the growth of pollen tube. After germination of pollen grain, pollen tube is formed. This pollen tube is actually having male gametes. So these male gametes from stigma should reach to the ovary. Okay, so this pathway or guidance for developing or for the growing pollen tube is provided by style. Now the style can be hollow or solid from the inside. Okay, either it can be completely vacant like this. Okay, so this completely vacant or completely empty style is having cells only at the surface or at the corner. Okay, only at the surface or at the corner like this. Okay, and the style which is actually solid from inside is having cells all around the all inside the style. Okay, tightly packed or compactly packed with the cells. Okay, so style can be either hollow or it can be solid. The third part of pistil is ovary. Ovary is actually the swollen or bulged part present at the base of the pistil, and this ovary is important because this ovary encloses ovules. Okay, so this ovary encloses ovules. Okay, and inside ovule we have embryo sac, or you can say the female gamete called egg. Okay, so swollen or bulged part of style present at the base is known as ovary. This ovary contains ovules, and this ovule encloses female gamete or embryo sac. Okay, and the name of female gamete is egg or ovum. This ovary is also a site of fertilization, and once fertilization process completely gets over in the ovary, it gives rise to the fruit. Okay, it gives rise to the fruit. Okay, and these ovules, they give rise to seed. About this we will discuss as we move ahead in this chapter. Okay, and one very important point, that all the ovaries, they have ovules inside them. Then the number of ovules present inside ovary varies from species to species. Plus all these ovary, they also have a cavity or the empty space present inside them. Okay, this cavity is important for the growth or development of ovules inside them. Okay, so the cavity present inside the ovary where this ovule develops is known as locule. Okay, so locule is actually the cavity or chamber present inside the ovary. Now, there could be like, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 locules present inside any ovary. For example, this is the ovary. This picture represents the ovary. Okay. Now, if you take the transverse section of this ovary, okay, transverse means cut this ovary along the length and you will observe inside. So you can either find one locule, okay, one cavity, okay. So you can see here this peach color structure actually represents the locule or cavity or chamber inside the ovary. Okay, so this one is locule. As there is only one locule, it is called unilocular. Okay, so uni means one. Okay, so unilocular means the flower in which the ovary has only one cavity or one locule. Okay, hence it is called unilocular, and the example is rose and pea. The second picture also represents an ovary with one single locule, okay? Because all these locules are actually connected with each other, okay? They're not separated. So this one is also unilocular ovary, okay? There are some ovaries in which we have like, generally example tomato, okay? So when you cut tomato, you can find seeds on two sides. In center you will have a tissue and then seeds are present inside two cavities like this. Okay, so this tomato is actually having, the ovary of tomato is having two cavities inside them, and such type of locules are known as bilocular. Okay, such type of ovaries are called bilocular ovaries. Example is dhatura and tomato. Then you can also have ovaries with many locules. So ovaries with many locules like 3 or 4 or 5, they are known as multilocular. Okay, example of multilocular is China rose, okra, etc. Okay, now the ovary with 3 locules is actually known as trilocular. Ovary with 4 locules is called tetralocular. Tetra means 4, tri means 3, and ovary with 5 locules is called pentalocular. Okay, so this trilocular, tetralocular and pentalocular are actually the examples of multilocular ovary. This picture here shows the transverse section of an ovary. You can make out here there are 3 locules, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and in each locule 2 ovules are present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, in each locule you have 2 ovules, and in the center there is actually a tissue present. Okay, this tissue, and this tissue is known as placenta. Okay, so placenta is actually a tissue which provides nourishment to this developing ovule. Okay, and another function of placenta is to attach these ovule to the ovary wall. Okay, so placenta performs two very important functions. It provides attachment to the ovule with the ovary wall. Okay, ovules are attached to ovary wall through placenta. And second function is it provides nourishment to the developing ovule. Okay, so the first one is provides nourishment to the developing ovules, and second attaches ovule with the ovary wall. Okay, so in next video we will discuss about megasporangium and development of female gametophyte. Take care till then. Bye bye.